A very good morning, class. So I hope you all must have gone through the video yesterday and day before yesterday, because we have already started with a new chapter, that is lesson number 3, linear regression. Yesterday we saw sums which were based with table values less than 20. Now today, class, our focus will be on the values in which the table values are greater than 20. In that case, what has to be done, we'll be seeing today. So as you can see, I am starting with exercise 3.1 exercise sum number 7. So observe the question very carefully. The following are the marks obtained by students in economics, which is represented as X, and mathematics, which is represented as Y. Now, can you see the values of X and Y, class? All the values are bigger or much bigger than the value 20. Now, you can solve it by the method which I had taught you all yesterday. But the problem is it will be very difficult for you all to find out squares of numbers like 61, 82, 59, 78 and so on. So class, we'll be following a simple trick and trying to understand how to solve such kind of sums where the value are greater than 20. Before I move forward, a small request. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon and also the like button. And if you feel that the video will be beneficial for your other friends, please do share the link with them as well. So it's a small request. I hope you all will do the same. Okay, class. So moving forward with the solution. So as you can see the screen, here comes the solution. So we'll be following the method called as change of origin. Now what is done in change of origin? Now class, as you can see, the first two columns are the same, X and Y. Now yesterday class, we used to draw 5 columns, right? In this sum, when the values cross 20, then we get total 7 columns. Now what are these 7 columns? The very first trick is you will arrange the values of X and Y in ascending order. So as you can see, I have placed the values of X in ascending order like 59, 60, 61, 62 and 63. In the same way, I'll arrange the values of Y in ascending order. So I'll get 78, 79, 81, 82 and again 82. Now class, we will take the median of both the data. I hope you all know what is a median. It is the exact mid value. So as you can see class, if I leave 2 numbers from front and 2 numbers from back, I am left with number 61, which is in the exact middle of the data. Similarly, I can take 81 as the middle value for data Y. So class, with this, we start with our table value first. Now, if you have gone through the introduction video class, in that I have shared 2 types of formulas for values less than 20 and values greater than 20. So in that already I have told you all that the variables X and Y will get replaced by the variables U and V. The formula for U is X minus X bar and the formula for V is Y minus Y bar. X bar and Y bar we have already found out by applying this particular technique. So here I have taken X bar to be 61 and Y bar as 81. Now this will help us to reduce our data to a very good extent. So now we'll take 1 values of X and subtract 61 from it. So some may be negative and some may be positive. So 59 minus 61 gives you minus 2. 60 minus 61 gives you a minus 1. 61 minus 61 gives you a 0. 62 minus 61 gives you 1. And 63 minus 61 gives you 2. In the similar manner, for column V, you will subtract each value of y and subtract 81 from it. You will take each value of y. So you will get the values as you can see over here. So now class, your focus will not be on x and y. Rather, it will be on u and v. So the next three columns will be u square, v square and uv. So as you can see class, by reducing your data to a much smaller one, it is very easier for you all to solve the sum. So after making u square, v square and uv, you will add all the 7 columns and find out their total. The procedure being the same. So yesterday we used to find x bar and y bar first. The same thing I have done over here. So I found out x bar and y bar by putting the formula summation x upon n and summation y upon n. Additionally, I have also found out bar u and bar v. As I told you class, in the values above 20, usually we will be focusing only on the alphabets u and v. So u bar is equal to summation u upon n and v bar is equal to summation v upon n. I have named it as point number 2. Now class, if you have read the question, they have told us to find the regression equation of y on x. So basically, in order to find the regression equation, what do we need class? Correct. We need regression coefficient. And for that, we need byx. But class, in our question, we have already replaced x and y with u and v. So no issues at all. In the similar manner like bxy is equivalent to buv and byx is equivalent to bvu. So whenever you replace your alphabets, just keep in mind, in place of x, u has entered and in place of y, v has entered. So bxy can become buv and byx can become bvu. Very important thing which you have to keep in mind is that the regression equations are never expressed in alphabets u and v terms. They are always expressed in the variables x and y. तो हमेशा ये बात ध्यान रखना कि regression equations कभी भी u और v के फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस नहीं होते हैं. We only take u and v to find out the regression coefficients. Once you get the regression coefficient, वापस से you have to forget u and v and come back to x and y. In order to solve the sum easily, we are replacing x and y by u and v. Okay. So we'll be finding regression coefficient of byx, which is equivalent to bvu. The formula being the same, only remember x ke jagah pe u, y ke jagah pe v. So my formula becomes bvu is equal to, in the numerator you know we put covariance x comma y, which is summation uv upon n minus summation u upon n into summation v upon n, divided by, as you can see, the last letter over here is u. So niche you will get in the denominator variance of u, that is summation u square upon n minus summation u upon n the whole square. So moving forward with this and substituting the values from the table above, you can see that summation uv was 5 and total number of values in the column are also 5. Similarly, summation u is 0 and summation v we got to be as minus 0.8, the average, divided by summation u square upon n was 10 upon 5 minus the 0 square. So in this case class, as you can see, 5 gets cancelled and 5 ones are 5 twos are gets cancelled. 0 into anything will give you a 0. So I get the value as 1 minus 0 upon 2 minus 0, which is 1 upon 2, which comes to 0.5. So I have named it as 3. So we got BVU as 0.5, which is nothing but BYX. That is point number 4. So class, remember why BVU and BYX are equivalent? Because the regression coefficients are not affected by change of origin. So the method which we are following, that is replacing X by U and V by Y, is called as change of origin. So you can give this reason when you are telling that BVU and BYX are equal. Similarly for BUV and BXY, the regression coefficients are not affected by change of origin. Now you can easily find the regression equation of X on Y, class, as Y minus Y bar is equal to BYX, X minus X bar. Again, from point number 1 and point number 4, I have substituted the values like this. So as you know, 0.5 will be multiplied by both. So I get 0.5x minus 30.5. Then I'll take minus 80.4 from here and transfer it that side, and it will get plus. Plus into minus, minus, and sign of the greater number. So this is your equation of Y on X. So I hope, class, you have followed the first sum which we have started. If not, no worries, we'll be doing 2 more sums so that you can understand the concept very well. Moving forward, we are taking sum number 5 now. So I want you all to read the question and try and understand what is told in the question. The following table gives the aptitude test scores and productivity indices of 10 workers selected at random. So again, class, as you can see, both the values of X and Y are greater than 20. So that means it will be very difficult for us to calculate it by the first method. So what do? Change of origin. So the first step is, class, you will write down X and Y ka values and add the total of the particular column. After that, arrange both the values of X and Y in ascending order. Now in this case, class, there is an even number 10. In the previous sum, as the number was odd, so it was very easy for us to choose our median. Now in this case, if you see, if I cancel 4 values from the start and 4 values from behind, I am left with 2 values in the center. Now in this case, class, both the values are same, but it doesn't happen always. So whenever such kind of problem is there where you have to select between 2, you can pick up any value. So you can take the upper one or the lower one. That is your choice. Answer will be the same. So class, whenever you are caught up in such kind of a situation, you can select any number, the first one or the second one. Now in this particular sum, both the cases, the values are same. So I'll take 65 and 62. But अगर आपके पास ऐसा situation आता है नंबर सेम नहीं होते, आप कोई भी value pick up कर सकते हैं दोनों में से. Okay? So now we'll make the next 5 columns, which is U, X minus X bar, V, Y minus Y bar. On X bar and Y bar, you can write the values which you have considered, 65 and 62. So in this way, class, I have got all my column values. As you can see, I picked up one value of X, and from that I subtracted 65. In the same way, I picked up one value of Y and subtracted 62 from it. So you can see I have got the following values like this. After getting this, you can prepare the next 3 columns, U square, V square, and UV. Once you are done and prepared all the 7 columns, you will be doing the totaling of it. Once you are done with the total, then read the question. What have they asked? So they have told us to obtain 2 regression equations. That means they have told us to find out both BYX and BXY, and also estimate productivity index of a worker whose test score is 95 and test score when the productivity index is 75. That means they have told us to find out X on Y ka value as well as Y on X ka value when one variable is given. So no worries, we'll go slowly with the sum and try to understand each and every step. So after you're completing the table, you know what you have to find out, the two regression equations, that is x on y and y on x. But as you all know class, for regression equations, you need regression coefficients, that is byx and bxy. But class, as we are using change of origin method, so what are we going to take? Instead of x, we'll be replacing it by u, and instead of y, we'll be replacing it by v. So the first four things which we always find out is x bar, y bar, u bar and v bar. So you can find the averages and name it point number 1 and point number 2. Now I'm moving forward and finding out x on y, that is u on v. So as you all know, we'll put the formula covariance in the numerator, that is summation uv upon n minus summation u upon n into summation v upon n, divided by, as you can see, the last letter over here is v. So Nietzsche in the denominator, variance of v, summation v square upon n minus summation v upon n the whole square. So taking the values from the table above, and the total of number given is 10. Substituting the values, I get something like this, 104.4, and on subtraction of the denominator, I get 175.2. Always remove the decimal first class, so 1044 divided by 1752. Now again you have two choices class, either you divide it by normal division, like cancel it and reduce it, or the next best option is I've taught you all how to solve log. So you can opt for that. In my all the sums, I see to it that I solve it by log because it is a really very quick method. So again, for your revision, I'll explain you all what I have done. So as you can see, there are 4 values. So we always subtract 1 in order to find out the characteristic. So 4 minus 1, you get a 3. Again, there are 4 numbers. 4 minus 1, you get a 3. Then from logarithm tables, you will see 10 under 4, mean difference 4. So on adding, you will get 0187. Similarly, 17 under 5, mean difference 2. On adding the values together, you get 2435. Then you will do the subtraction part. And as I have explained you all, the subtraction part, minus is always written on the top. So 2 minus 3, in this case, I have got bar 1. Then you will turn it to anti-logarithms ka heading page. And then you will see 0.77 under 5, mean difference 2. So the answer comes as 5960. Now the last and the final part is you always add back the 1 which you had subtracted. So minus 1 plus 1 gives you a 0. So we directly write 0.5960. So I hope the log working will help you out much quicker than your division part. But anyways, it's your choice. Whatever method you want to choose, you can. So we have found out the regression coefficient of x on y. BUV is equal to BXY. In the same manner class, you will be finding out BVU, that is for BYX. Again, the same formula, the covariance part is the same. So as you can see, I have just copy pasted the above thing and I've written from where I've copy pasted it, from part A. As you can see, this is part B. Summation u square upon n, I took the values from the table, minus summation u upon n the whole square is, the average is 0. So again I came with the answer as 1044 upon 894 after removing the decimal. And as you can see class, I have again solved this by log. So it's your choice again. So I got the value as 1.168. So that is the value of BYX. Then class, remember you have to write the reason. The regression coefficients are not affected by change of origin. So now you can find out both the regression equations, and as you can see, I have substituted both the values. Regression equations of x on y and y on x by putting the formula x minus x bar is equal to byx into y minus y bar. Sorry, bxy. And here y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. So you can put the value, you can multiply, open the brackets, and then you get the equation. Now class, the sum is not over. Remember, they have given us two conditions. That means you have to estimate y when x is given, and you have to estimate x when y is given. Okay, both the conditions you have to find out. So as you can see, productivity index is represented by y. So in the first case, they are telling you to find y when the test score, which is represented as x, is 95. So in the first part, we have to find the value of y when x is given. So can you all tell me, class, which equation to substitute? Correct, the second one. So in order to find y when x is given, you will take the second equation, y on x. So I'll substitute the values in second equation. So as you can see, in place of x, I've written 95 and I've found out the value like this. Okay. In the similar manner, the test score you have to find out, that is x, when productivity index is 75. That is y is given to be 75. So you have to find out x when y is 75. So you will consider the first equation. So you'll substitute the values in 1, and as you can see, in place of y, I've written 75, and this is what is the final answer which I've got. So are you all clear, class? We have finished two sums, that is sum number 7 and sum number 5. For your convenience, I've also solved sum number 4 so that you can understand it in a much better way. Now class, I want you all to observe the fourth question very carefully. What can you see in question number 4? One thing is you have to find y when x is given, but that is not new. That's common. What do you observe in the table? Can you all tell me? As you can see, in x, you have the values which are much bigger than 20. But in the column y, you can see, class, the values are less than 20. Now class, listen to me very carefully. When you do change of origin, you cannot do it only for one column. जब आप चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन फॉलो करते हो, भले आपका एक कॉलम 20 से बड़ा हो और एक 20 से छोटा, you have to follow the technique for both the columns. So even if your values are less than 20, you cannot skip the step. आपको उनके लिए वो करना है जो आप x के लिए करोगे. So followed class, whenever you come across such kind of sum, always remember, अगर आप चेंज ऑफ ओरिजिन एक कॉलम के लिए कर रहे हो, कंपलसरी आपको दूसरे के लिए करना ही है, भले उसके वैल्यूज 20 से कम हो. So followed this part. So that is what is the important part. So again the same thing. पहले आप xy लिख लोगे. After writing xy, you will arrange it in ascending order. In this case, class, again you have 6 values, even number. So if I leave 1, 2 from front, 1, 2 from behind, I'm left with 2 values in the center. So I pick up 120. In the similar manner for y, I get 13. So then I make all my 7 columns, that is u is equal to x minus x bar, and above x bar I write 120. V is equal to y minus y bar, above y bar I write 13. Then I prepare the 3 columns, u square, v square and uv. After that, totaling of all the 7 columns has to be done very nicely and neatly. Then as usual, the first step, you will find out x bar and y bar and u bar and v bar. Okay. Now what they have told you to find out, only one regression equation, that is y on x. So basically what we have to find, BVU. So the same pattern you will be following, you will be putting the formula like this. So you can observe the steps, class. You can see what I have done. I've picked up the values from the table and I've substituted over here. So in this case, class, see, there's a negative in front. So be very careful. So minus 2.16 minus 0.75 divided by 15.83 minus 2.25. So see, the negative sign is continuously following. So you have to be very careful with that. Don't forget to write it. Then I came across the value 291 divided by 1358. And then you can see, class, again I followed logarithms over here. Again, 2 minus 3 gives me minus 1. So in logarithmic form, I write it as bar 1. Then I get the answer in anti-log as 2143 and bar 1 plus 1 gives me a 0. So my final answer is minus 0.2143. The minus is coming from the start, as you can see in this step. So it is following until end it follows. Then once you get the value of BVU, it is equivalent to BYX. And again the reasoning that regression coefficients are not at all affected by change of origin. Now after getting BYX, you can easily find out the regression equation of Y on X by putting the formula Y minus Y bar is equal to BYX, X minus X bar. So first you have to find out the regression equation in terms of X and Y like this. After getting the real equation, you can substitute the values. So as we saw in the question, X was given to be as 125 and we have to find the value of Y. So substituting the value of 125, so I've removed the decimal over here, keeping the minus as it is. Then minus 26.78 is smaller and 39.53 is greater. So the answer comes in positive, 12.7499. So this is how class the sums are being done for the values which are greater than 20. I hope you all have followed the sum. So for assignment, you will solve exercise 3.1 sum number 12. So already from 1 to 11, all the sums I have solved for you. So I have kept only one sum for your practice. We can just orally discuss it, how you will do it. As you can see class, the same situation. You have to obtain regression line. Line and equation are one and the same class of marks on hours of study. So marks is represented as Y and hours of study as X. So again, you have to find out Y on X. So again, you can see class X values are less than 10 or 20. Se to chote hai, but the Y values are greater than 20. So you cannot follow the trick only for Y. You have to do it for X as well. So you can practice and see. If any doubt, you can let me know class. So with this class, we finish off with exercise 3.1 third lesson's first exercise. So till then, keep practicing, take care. And if any doubts, please let me know. And a small request, which I've already made in the beginning, like the videos, please subscribe my channel and share it with your other friends as well. So we stop here class and thank you so much for listening to me.